What if your bones are getting weaker right now, and you won't know until you have a painful fall? Hi, and welcome back to Golden Aging Health, where we turn complex health issues into simple, science-backed solutions for adults 60 and up. Today, I'll walk you through 5 common osteoporosis mistakes that seniors often overlook, and how correcting them can mean the difference between frailty and strength, between fear and freedom. Osteoporosis affects over 10 million Americans over 60, according to the National Osteoporosis Foundation, and most don't even realize their bones are weakening until it's too late. We'll cover everything from posture habits to nutrition gaps to exercise myths, and I'll even share what doctors at Harvard Health say about what truly builds bone density after 60. And later in Section 3, I'll reveal the one vitamin most seniors take that might actually make their bones worse. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Golden Aging Health and click the bell icon so you never miss out on life-saving health tips specifically for seniors. Now, let's jump into the first mistake that could be silently damaging your bone health. Mistake number 1. Not noticing your posture is getting worse. One of the most overlooked osteoporosis mistakes is ignoring small changes in posture. If your shoulders are rounding forward, your back feels stiff in the morning, or you find yourself leaning on furniture more often than before, these might not just be signs of aging. They can be early warnings of bone density loss and spinal compression. Let me share a real story. My old neighbor, Mrs. Reynolds, was always active. But at 71, she began noticing a slight stoop in her back. She blamed it on gardening. A year later, she was diagnosed with a vertebral fracture due to untreated osteopenia. The gradual stooping of her posture was an early physiological signal of underlying skeletal deterioration, yet it went unrecognized until more serious consequences emerged. According to Harvard Health Publishing, compression fractures in the spine are often painless until they cause permanent changes in posture or lead to height loss. These fractures are common in people with osteoporosis after 60, especially women. As posture deteriorates, the spine may begin to compress under daily physical stress, leading to structural changes in the bones. Over time, this can result in a visible curvature of the upper back, known as kyphosis, which negatively impacts not only appearance but also balance and respiratory function. So what can you do? Start by checking your posture each day. Stand with your back against a wall. See if your head, shoulders, and hips all touch the surface. If not, it's time to speak with your doctor or physical therapist about senior fitness and posture correction. Gentle strengthening exercises like wall angels or seated rows can help rebuild back muscles, which support the spine and prevent fractures. Of course, posture is just one piece of the puzzle. How you move your body every day plays an equally important role in protecting your bones. Mistake number 2. Skipping resistance exercises. Have you ever thought about whether the way you move each day is actually helping to keep your bones strong? Focusing only on posture is important, but without the right kind of exercise, your bones may quietly continue to lose strength. Many seniors believe that gentle activities, such as walking, stretching, or doing household chores, are sufficient to maintain strong bones. Unfortunately, that belief can lead to gradual bone loss over time. While these activities are helpful for balance and heart health, they don't give your bones the challenge they need to stay dense and resilient. According to Harvard Health, resistance training, also known as strength or weight-bearing exercise, is one of the most effective ways to stimulate bone growth. When muscles pull on bones during resistance exercises, it sends signals that encourage the body to rebuild and strengthen skeletal tissue. It is important to note that resistance training does not require heavy lifting or the use of complex gym equipment. Leading bone health specialists suggest that even low-impact resistance movements performed 2 to 3 times per weekend help stimulate bone growth and preserve strength in older adults, including exercises like wall push-ups, which build upper body support for the spine, chair squats to strengthen hips and legs, improving balance, resistance band pulls, which enhance joint mobility and control, light hand weights, useful for maintaining bone mass in the arms and shoulders. Practiced consistently, these exercises help reduce fracture risk, maintain posture, and support independent movement. What resistance exercises feel best for your body these days? Share your favorites in the comments. Your tip might be just what someone else needs to begin. This next part might be the one you've been waiting to hear. It's about a vitamin many seniors take daily, but without the right companion nutrient, it may silently do more harm than good. Mistake number 3. Taking calcium alone without vitamin K2. A well-known reminder of this often overlooked issue comes from well-known actress and wellness advocate Gwyneth Paltrow. Despite maintaining a diet rich in calcium, she revealed that she was diagnosed with early-stage osteopenia in her late 30s. Medical evaluations later showed that while her calcium intake was adequate, she was deficient in both vitamin D and K2, two nutrients essential for guiding calcium into the bones where it's needed most. Her case highlights a critical truth that bone health depends not only on what you consume, but also on how effectively your body can use it. Calcium is often the first supplement people think of when it comes to bone health, but taken alone, it may do more harm than good. Without key cofactors, especially vitamin K, calcium can build up in places it shouldn't, like your arteries or kidneys, instead of strengthening your skeleton. According to a clinical review in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society, calcium intake without supportive nutrients like K2 has a limited impact on bone density and may increase health risks in older adults. Vitamin K2 plays a key role in activating osteocalcin, a protein that binds calcium to bone. Without it, calcium can accumulate in soft tissues, potentially leading to arterial calcification or kidney stones. To protect your bones, many experts recommend a combination of calcium, found in dairy products like milk, yogurt, and cheese, as well as in leafy greens such as kale and bok choy. If your diet is low in calcium, a daily supplement may help meet the recommended intake. Vitamin D3, which supports calcium absorption, can be produced naturally through moderate sun exposure or found in foods like fatty fish, salmon, sardines, egg yolks, and fortified cereals. Many seniors benefit from taking D3 supplements, especially during winter months or if they get limited sunlight. Vitamin K2, essential for guiding calcium into bones and keeping it out of arteries, is present in fermented foods like natto and aged cheeses, and in smaller amounts in meat and eggs. When dietary sources are limited, a K2 supplement, often in MK7 form, can be a helpful addition. When combined thoughtfully, these nutrients create a solid foundation for lasting bone strength. However, nutrition is only part of the story. Some medications you take every day could quietly weaken your bones behind the scenes. Mistake number 4. Not reviewing medications that affect bones. A number of widely used medications prescribed for everyday conditions like reflux, arthritis, or blood pressure have been scientifically linked to increased bone loss in older adults. Notable examples include corticosteroids like prednisone, used for arthritis, asthma, or autoimmune conditions, proton pump inhibitors, PPIs, for acid reflux, such as omeprazole or esomeprazole, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, SSRIs, for depression or anxiety, and certain diuretics are prescribed to manage high blood pressure. According to the National Institute on Aging, long-term use of these medications can interfere with calcium absorption, vitamin D metabolism, or bone remodeling, all of which contribute to reduced bone density and higher fracture risk. It is important to acknowledge that these medications may be necessary for managing chronic health conditions and should never be discontinued without medical guidance. However, what is often overlooked is the need for regular reassessment. Many older adults remain on long-term prescriptions for years without evaluating their potential impact on bone health. If you're currently on one or more long-term prescriptions, ask your provider, are there safer alternatives? Should I be taking a bone-supporting supplement alongside? How often should my bone density be monitored? Taking a proactive approach can make a real difference, not just in preventing fractures, but in preserving independence and mobility. Before we wrap up, take a moment to reflect. Have you ever reviewed your medications with bone health in mind? Drop a yes or not yet in the comments and see how many others are on the same journey as you. Mistake number 5. Believing it's too late to make a difference. Did you know your bones continue to renew themselves, even in your 70s or 80s? I recently met a woman named Margaret at a senior wellness seminar. She shared that after a mild fracture at 68, she simply accepted it as a normal part of aging. But instead of giving up, she began a simple routine, adding resistance bands to her walks, eating more leafy greens and fermented soy, and taking her supplements consistently. After 1 year, a follow-up bone scan revealed a measurable increase in bone density. While her physician regarded the outcome as unexpected, she viewed it as the result of sustained commitment. Her story serves as a clear demonstration that bone is a dynamic, metabolically active tissue. Through the continuous process of remodeling, the body resorbs aging bone and replaces it with newly formed tissue, maintaining skeletal integrity throughout life. Although this slows with age, it never fully stops, which means positive changes can still have an effect, even later in life. According to the National Institutes of Health, targeted interventions such as strength training, anti-inflammatory nutrition, and proper supplementation can support bone density even after osteoporosis has been diagnosed. What matters most is consistency, not intensity. Daily movement, calcium-rich meals, vitamin D and K2 intake, and proper medication management together create the environment your bones need to thrive again. If action has been delayed under the belief that improvement is no longer possible, her experience serves as quiet but powerful evidence to the contrary. Even small steps taken today can restore strength, balance, and confidence tomorrow. Osteoporosis may be silent, but your response doesn't have to be. By steering clear of these 5 common pitfalls: neglecting posture, avoiding resistance training, taking calcium without key partners, overlooking medication effects, and assuming it's too late, you empower your bones to remain strong, stable, and resilient. True bone health isn't achieved through shortcuts. It's built through consistent, informed choice zones that not only support your skeleton, but also protect your freedom, balance, and overall well-being. Don't wait for a fall to be the wake-up call. Start now, because the decisions you make today can shape the strength you carry tomorrow. If this video gave you something valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe to Golden Aging Health, and share it with someone you care about. Until next time, stand tall, stay strong, and keep moving forward.